This is Gordon's home screen. The left navigation is consistent in its look and feel, but the content is tailored to the user's role based on their persona. Gordon is the Chief Academic Officer. As the academic leader at the institution, Gordon has different needs than his faculty do. He has a lot of information that he needs available at his fingertips and at a moment's notice. One of Gordon's tiles is about program management. How are his academic programs doing? Where are they with their budgets versus actuals? What are his faculty teaching in a given term? What does that matrix look like? How are they utilizing their space on campus? Are they really maximizing it? Are they needing to shift some programs and buildings around? Are they optimizing their facilities? Those are the types of reports that Gordon very much wants access to, and he can do that through his program management tile. Gordon is also responsible for a lot of task management and things that are administrative in nature. You can see in his tasks tile that he has the ability to click in and approve adjunct contracts, that he has 37 faculty evaluations that he needs to approve or review and sign off on. There are expense report approvals awaiting his signature. He also needs to approve the fall term schedule and roster for next year. He has a variety of committees and teams, so there is a hyperlink to each one of these pages within the Inspired platform. That enables each of those organizations to have basically an internal homepage where they can keep a roster of members. They can keep their minutes. They can have upcoming meetings and appointments visible on calendars for their members. The calendar here is very important for Gordon. You will notice his calendar looks a little bit different than Bradley's did because Gordon has multiple departments that roll up to him. When he clicks on the starburst and the number 3, you will see that a modal appears with 3 different calendar views for Gordon. He can single out and decide he only wants to look at the College of Communications calendar, or he can look at business or science and engineering. Or in this case, he has all 3 combined in this one tile, and there is visual color coding to help him have a cue about what calendar or what appointment is up and coming for a particular academic college. As you would imagine for a chief academic officer, reports and assessments are absolutely critical for what he does. This tile is expandable. You will see as I hover over View More, I can click and expand to see 12 snapshots of information, or 7 snapshots. In this example, I have 3, but these snapshots are reports with data Gordon can drill down into to get more answers and really start to craft meaningful questions and finding out what the answers are. This helps him make decisions on a daily basis. For example, right here in the middle, we have the retention rates by college. I am going to go ahead and click on that. When I click on the snapshot, I'm brought to a page where I can start to drill into the data. I have this snapshot for a visual reference, but now I can go in and start clicking and manipulating data. The first thing I do is I click on the College of Communications, and I see that their retention rate has increased 8% overall in the last 3 years. That is a great trend. Now, Gordon wants to start asking why. Why has this increased? That's not a complaint, mind you. It's just that he wants to start saying, okay, if they've increased 8%, what are they doing that perhaps we can adapt and utilize in some of these other academic colleges to have the same cause and effect? Gordon starts to drill down, and you can see in the right tile that I have some of the favorite reports that I have utilized a lot. I am going to take a look and say, okay, we are already taking a look at the retention rates by college. I want to continue to look at the College of Communications and dive into their academic delivery method. What are the retention rates looking like between on-ground, online, and blended courses? Well, that's interesting. They're all trending in the right direction. That is great. But the online courses seem to have really pulled up with their retention in the last 2 years. I wonder if that is true for all of the programs or only a couple. Gordon can pose that question and dig into the programs individually and say, okay, retention is up for the college. Retention is up across all of the delivery methodologies. Now, let's look at the individual academic programs. You can see here that the Business Communications Department has had a dramatic increase in their retention over the last 3 years. Now, again, all 4 departments are trending in the right direction. But Gordon wants to keep drilling into business communications and find out what has aided in their success. Why have they experienced such a big jump in 3 years' time? You get the sense here now that the data that is so important to Gordon is readily available to him. He can keep drilling in and he can keep looking at views and slicing and dicing the data to get a better idea of what is going on. This can help him be proactive instead of reactive. He can also find leading indicators instead of just reflecting on trailing indicators. Data is super important to Gordon. We recognize that and we want to make it easy for him to do his job. Now that's inspired.